Oh, my goodness. Hello, world. What is up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte. We are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. You 100% know our next guest, be it for her work on Ugly Betty or as Mystique in X-Men or more recently as #1 on Star Trek Discovery. She's done a ton of cool stuff. That doesn't even begin to scratch the surface. Point is, she's awesome. And this weekend on the Hallmark Channel, she's hosting something equally awesome. That's the 2nd annual American Rescue Dog Show. Here to tell us all about it, the crazy talented Rebecca Romijn's in the building. How we feel about that, people? We excited? You excited? I'm excited. They're excited. We're going to do this in just a second. We'll bring her out in a moment. But first, I believe we have a peek at the show. So let's go ahead, run that clip.
The 2019 American Rescue Dog Show on Hallmark Channel. We have some very special guests that are very near and dear to our hearts with us. Rebecca, you want to introduce them?
This is Phil, our rescue St. Bernard, who you may remember from last year, and Holiday, our rescue Great Dane.
Holiday, get up here, get in the shot, say hello. Holiday, you want to give me a kiss?
Oh, now you're shy?
Amazing. Holiday, I think Holiday would win Best in Kisses.
She would win Best in Kisses. She would win Best in Shedding.
Lot of lint rollers.
Phil would win Best in Counter Surfing.
Sure.
Best in Garbage Can Diving.
Loves it. Loves not.
Best in Cat Food Eating.
Loves eating cat food. Watch this. This is Best in Kissing. Holiday. Holiday.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, make a ridiculous amount of noise. Rebecca Romijn's right here. Come on.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Love is in the air.
It certainly is.
Puppy love is in the air.
Puppy love. Perfect. You are primed for dog and puppy puns after working on this 2 years,
right.
aren't you? You like
right.
anywhere you can weave that in a conversation, you're ready to go.
I haven't used puppy love today yet, but it feels like it's completely correct.
I got to give you credit because we're late in the day.
I know.
For you not to have used that
you're,
yet.
You're not even my first stop today. Today's the first time I've used puppy love. Yes.
We got the exclusive on puppy love, people. Yeah, we should applaud for
right.
that.
Yes.
I
invented, but you heard it here first. No, you didn't.
Well, first of all, welcome back to Build. It's
Thank
so
you.
nice
I love
to have
being
you.
here.
We love having you. I was just saying while that clip was playing, I'm so excited to talk to you about this because it looks like the most fun ever. Take me back. This is year 2. Let's start year 1. How'd you even get involved? How'd you get wrapped up with these guys?
Well, it's a cause that's been very near and dear to my heart, my husband's heart. We are dog rescuers. And it is a real, proper dog show with official dog judges, but all rescues. And so the categories are best in wiggle butt, best in underbite, best in smiling, best in senior, best in special needs. I mean, it's hilarious. They're rescue dogs. Some of them go off the rails. They pee on the plants. It'll make you cry. It's the best show. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
It feels a lot like the Golden Globes to the Westminster's Oscars. Everyone's a little looser. It's a little more of a relaxed vibe.
Very
People are peeing in the
so.
bushes. It's a great time.
Very much so. We
love
it.
It's very, very exciting.
Yes.
You know, and you co-host with your husband. You and Jerry do this together.
This year we co-hosted together, yes.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. And you mentioned that this is a cause that's near and dear to both of your hearts. Is it something that you two found that you had in common and you came together on it? Or is it something you discovered as a couple over the years?
It's something we discovered. My first rescue dog I saw, he was on the Good Day LA Adopt a Pet in a close-up. I mean, I literally pressed pause on the DVR and called the number. Really? Yes. I mean, he was this great little dog named Taco. He was found tied to a taco truck in South Central LA. We brought him home. He was with us for many years. He ended up becoming special needs. He was diabetic, and we gave him his insulin shots twice a day. And from there, we have rescued a number of dogs over the years. Our newest additions are Doug and Tater, who are foster fails. A foster fail, in case you're wondering, are when you foster a dog and you fall so in love with it, you fail to find them a home and decide to add them to your family.
You guys just kept them.
And that was Jerry's call because I wasn't even open to more dogs. I thought we had hit our max, and no, we've added on, and it's a pretty spectacular group.
I got to tell you, I'm relieved to hear that's what a foster fail is.
That's what a foster fail is.
I was ready to be sad. I was braced. No. I was like, oh no, how has the system failed this poor animal yet?
No. It's another happy.
Other way around.
I support having happy decisions. Anything that makes your family a happier place. It's like love is exponential, you know? It's like you keep adding onto your family and it just keeps expanding.
What's that bring the total tally to at this point? How many dogs and cats are we looking at?
6 dogs.
6 dogs.
Yes, we have to cap.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And still cats as well, right?
We just actually lost. We had a special needs cat who we lost two weeks ago. She was epileptic. We had her for 13 years. She had a grand mal seizure, and we just lost Smitty 2 weeks ago. Okay. But you know, it's been an interesting experience with we have 10-year-old twin daughters, and who also have really started to help us with all of the zoo at our house. And they now, you know, they've come to understand that when you love, the more you love, the more you lose. When you love a lot of these, you bring these family members into your home, you also lose them, and it teaches us all to really enjoy the time we have with these special angels that aren't necessarily here for as long as we're here.
For sure. And the 6 dogs, I guess you've just recently added the 2, the foster fails. How did the other 4 react?
They're great.
They love it.
They love it.
They want the family to grow too.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody's on board. It's so much fun. All right, so talking a little bit more about this, it's the 2nd year for you doing it. Was there anything you learned, anything you brought with you from the experience of year 1 that you were like, this year I want to try this, or I want to do this more?
Well, no, this year we had Phil on last year. He was there at the host desk with me last year, and this year we attempted to bring Holiday, our Great Dane, who she gets excited. She just gets excited. She was excited to see all the other dogs. She's a really, really happy dog, but she's enormous, and she's not. She hadn't really been on camera before, and she's kind of goofy. So it was a lot. So it was. Jerry was in charge of her for the day. I was in charge of Phil for the day, who's slightly cooler. Yeah. But yeah, it was. I don't know. Next time I might not take 2.
How long are the days when you guys are filming these?
That was a 16-hour day for us. Wow. It's the show did very, very well last year, and so they've turned it into a 2-night special.
17th and 18th.
That's
on Hallmark
right.
This
17th
year.
and 18th.
Nights.
Yeah.
So that was a long shoot then. Do the dogs take naps in between? Do they fall asleep halfway through when you guys are up there doing commentary?
The dogs, they were gifted dog beds, and they actually did. They pooped out on their dog beds for half the day. We sent them back to the trailer to chill for a lot of it.
That's amazing. I'm really excited. So forgive me because I didn't see it last year. I didn't know. I've just learned about it this year, and so I went back and watched as many clips as I could find because I'm obsessed with this idea.
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar. I'm sure you are, being in the cause. With the Puppy Bowl and the Dog Bowl. And one of the categories I'm really excited to see in this show, Senior Dog. Best Senior Dog.
Last year, the winner of the whole show was Best in Senior. And that was the big tearjerker. I have a special love for senior dogs. One of our rescues is a senior dog. We don't know exactly how old she is. We're not sure if she's 8 or 10 or even older. She's quite gray around the muzzle, but as I said when we brought her home, I was like, hey lady, you only have to climb this hill once and then just come sit by me. It's just, with a senior dog, you know who they are, you know exactly what you're getting. They're calm, there's nothing. Usually they're very, very well behaved, and I have a real soft spot for senior dogs. And so the fact that senior one last year was
so amazing. Yeah, and I was going through the category and just looking at some of the dogs. All the dogs are precious, but between the senior dog category and the I want to say was it special needs dog category as well. Yeah, it's just great because the whole point is raising the awareness. Are all of these dogs, now how's it work? Are they all adopted by now?
The ones in the show are there with their forever.
They found their forever homes.
They found their forever homes, but there are a lot of dogs who are available who will be on the show. When we were there, we actually went to meet a lot of them because I had all these requests from families at my kids' school going, we're looking for an amazing dog to rescue. If you meet any at the show, please send us pictures. So I was running around meeting as many dogs as I could. And, dog rescue is an amazing thing. When you rescue a dog, you're actually saving 2 dogs' life. The one that you rescue and bring into your family. And then you're also opening a space in the rescue organization for another dog to be saved. You can, if there's any breed that you've ever dreamt about as a child, if you were ever somebody who wanted a golden retriever or an old English bulldog or a Great Dane, there are rescue organizations that specify in that breed, and like they're all out there. They're available. They're looking for homes, and so that's something. The goal is to empty the shelters and put families together with these rescue dogs.
Well, I got to imagine being so passionate about the cause, you must have been really excited. I saw last month, and it was in California, that pet shops now, no more breeders.
That's right.
Yeah, which must have been a huge deal. You guys must have been really excited about that.
Yes, and actually Lisa Vanderpump is one of our judges on the American Rescue Dog Show, and she's as you know, she's done a huge for dog rescue, and she's got a very, very, very chic pet shop in Los Angeles that's all rescues.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
like we're trying these dogs on our show that's going to be on this weekend. They all delivered. I mean, and we're all there. We all got very dressed up for them. You know, we're there to make them proud ourselves. Like there's nothing scruffy about any of this. And so Lisa Vanderpump has done them proud as well. It's incredible what she's done.
That's pretty amazing. You know, Jerry was on the show not too long ago talking about, and it's not a secret that you guys love Housewives and the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Was this your first time officially working in a working capacity with a housewife? Was this a...
No. We, over the summer, we went to Denise Richards' wedding, which was actually filmed. We got invited. I'm friends with Denise, and so we got invited to her wedding in Malibu, and it was actually being filmed for the Housewives, and it was so surreal for us.
It's gotta be crazy.
It was wild. It was so fun, but we were also kind of aware that they were mic'd and there were cameras, and and so we knew that there was drama that they were dealing with, but we kind of stood back and sort of watched from afar and let them work out. I mean, it was like
observing.
Just observing. Exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly. That's what it was
like a lot of that happening.
That's what it was like. And then we also just in the last couple weeks were invited to Andy Cohen's
I saw that on
baby
Instagram.
shower.
You posted about that.
It was wild.
What can you say? What was
I mean,
that
it
like?
was a whole lot of day drinking. You know, it was in honor of Andy and his baby, who is just Benjamin, who's just been born. But it was really also because it was every single housewife. Yeah. It was their celebration with each other, and it got crazy. There was a dance-off.
Oh my God. Did you engage in the dance-off
I
or
did not.
just watch?
Again,
No.
it was not my show. I stood on the side and again just like observed.
Did Jerry engage in the dance-off?
Not really. No, he and I were really this is the
You guys
craziest
stuck
thing.
together.
We really did, and people keep asking if I would want to be one of the housewives, and the truth is I can't. They drink so much.
They've set a high bar.
They really
have.
I am a drinker. I drink really well. I can't keep up with them. They drank me under the table.
So it was a lot of day drinking. How long were you there until?
To be honest, I don't. At some point, I stumbled to my husband and said, I have to go home now. And in the morning when I woke up, again, we started at noon, I said, how late was it when we got home last night? And he said, it was 7 p.m. I can't keep up.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It was 7.
It was 7.
Night. Yeah. That's pretty amazing. One of the things that I think is great is you and Jerry are hosting this, and then I saw in doing my research that you were both Superman and Lois Lane for the second time.
Yes.
Recently, you did some voiceover work. Does it even feel like work when you guys get to do stuff together?
Well,
like that?
when I voice Lois Lane and he voices Superman in these DC animated universe movies, which are these animated movies.
So
we
fun.
don't actually ever sit in the sound booth together. We do them all completely separate. I've actually voiced 4 of them at this point. 2 have yet to come out. I think he's done a couple more as well. But we don't ever see, we do them and then they go off to be animated, and 6 months later they bring us back in to tweak our voiceovers, and it's the first time we see our scenes together. It's wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of all the things you guys have done, that's got to be one of the weirdest, because I'm sure there's something. One, you're together. You're together every day. So now here's a thing that you've worked on, and you're watching a conversation you've never had.
It's a conversation we've never had, and when we're actually going in and doing the scenes, it's almost like I know Jerry so well, I can sort of guess how he's going to play this and play off of it in my imagination.
That's pretty amazing.
It's a fun process.
Yeah, For sure, I don't doubt it. There's a couple of things we got some questions in the room as well, but there was some stuff that I said I wanted to look at just so the people at home get a sense. This young little pup right here is adorable, but I wanted to go through some of these. This is Sweet Pea, who's in the belly rubs category.
So the belly rubs category is one of our new categories this year. We had 3 new categories: best in belly rubs, best in smiling, and best in short and sweet.
Short and sweet, I
I'm
love.
surprised that Sweet Pea wasn't in short and sweet.
Yeah, well,
But, you
I
know,
got a short and sweet in here coming up, I promise you.
Okay,
We'll
oh,
get
good.
to yeah, we'll
Because
get to
I
short and
still
sweet.
don't know how the judges. I know how they can measure short. That's a measurement.
Looking at this, I
don't
agree
know how
with
they
you.
measure sweet.
Well, you know what? Tell me about belly rubs, and then we'll go forward and we'll try to figure out the metric for sweet. How does belly rubs work? How does one compete in the best in belly rubs?
Well, it's those dogs that automatically roll over and offer up.
Ready to go.
You know,
Yeah.
you know those dogs.
I do know those dogs.
We have a couple
Let's
of them.
take a look at the next pooch we got. What do we got on here? Let's see. After Sweet Pea, we've got, this is, Rabbit, yes, in the senior category.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
Look at Rabbit, 12 and a half years, and you
So
just want to snuggle.
soulful.
Yes, that is the word, those eyes, soulful. And then like with the one ear flopped over.
It's.
Might as well be a Disney cartoon dog.
I mean,
honestly.
exactly. You could
Yeah.
almost hear the voice that would
Yeah.
come out of him.
And you were just telling me too that there's so many dogs you didn't get to meet or interact with all of them. Only a couple of them, really.
No, I
And
mean everybody had their. It's,
yeah,
it's
there's a lot going on. It's a big production. Yeah, for sure. Well, Rabbit's incredible. Let's take a look at the next one. This might be the short and sweet. Let's see. Yeah, this is
Yes.
Pablo.
I mean, that's a short dog. Look at
Look at his
the
little nubby legs. Yeah, so this is Pablo. And I guess, what do you think? Demeanor? How do you think they judge?
I don't know. I'm so glad. I don't envy the judges. I'm so glad I'm not a judge. I don't know how they measure the sweet part of short and sweet.
I saw Rick Springfield was last year, and then you just said
Vanderpump.
Lisa this year. Are there any other celebrity judges
We've got
with Lisa?
Larissa Wall, who's always with us at Hallmark. She's on Home and Family with available dogs all the time. Brandon McMillan. Yeah, a lot of people who, dog rescue is a regular part of their lives.
For sure. We got a couple more. Say, who's up next? What do we got here? Let's see.
Smiling.
Harley, best smile category. Give him the bit. What is it? A ribbon? A cup? A plate? Whatever it is.
a ribbon.
It's a ribbon. Give it to Smiley.
Come on.
Or Harley, rather.
Best in snoring is always a crowd pleaser. With best in snoring, they have the owners they judge off of videos. I mean, they introduce them on the show, but they judge off of videos.
Hard to make a dog snore on command.
You can't do that on command. No. But they are so funny. It's high comedy.
I think we should have ended with Harley, but I think we got one more adorable little puppy here. Oh, look at Waffles. If that dog isn't a Waffles, I don't know who is. Look at that dog. That is Waffles through and through right there.
Come on.
Unbelievable. There's just a couple of them. There's tons of amazing dogs on the show.
Yes.
It's a 2-night event.
That's
On
right.
the Hallmark Channel, 17th and 18th,
Yep.
2-night event, 8/7 Central.
Yep.
We're gonna take.
Love dogs. It's worth it, you guys. It's a real heartwarmer.
And hang on. Even if you don't love dogs, watch this thing. I mean, who isn't going to fall in love with all these little buddies running around like that? It's been so cool having you here. We're going to take a question or two from the audience. We'll see how much time we have left for. We got one coming to us from over here on the mark. Come on down. Why, hello. Happy Valentine's Day. What's your name?
Thank you. Kaylin. My name's Kaylin.
Hey, Kayla, what's
Kayla.
up? What's your question?
So I was wondering, you've had such an amazing career. Do you see yourself in the future doing something more behind the stage, like directing or producing, or even putting on a televised event like the dog show?
Definitely producing. Definitely. It's so funny. I don't know about directing. I really love, because I have kids, my goal is to spend more time at home. I like being an employee and then going home and being a mother. So really, like, my focus when I'm not working is being a mom. But definitely producing and bringing more programming like this, which is only good,
Plus, you got 6 dogs now. That doesn't help. Yeah.
So many.
There was
I walk
something-
the walk. I walk the walk.
Yeah, totally. There was something else that I wanted to ask. I wouldn't be doing my job here, but you've recently taken on a role as number 1, and it's a huge deal. You are no stranger to iconic roles in big franchises. I'm just really curious if you could speak a little to getting ready for that and going into that world and what it was like first time on deck.
So I've taken on the role of number 1 on Star Trek Discovery, which was originated by Gene Roddenberry's wife, Majel Barrett Roddenberry. He created the Star Trek world. And she was originally on the very first pilot on the Enterprise in the original series of Star Trek. And she was only on that first pilot called The Cage. And so her character was never truly fleshed out, but she's so much a part of the canon for Star Trek that there's still a huge fan base that expects you to get it right. And trust me, I feel that kind of pressure. So she was a brunette. I am a brunette as number one. I did get to wear the original gold uniform
Pretty awesome,
from the
isn't it?
Enterprise, which was pretty major. As a child, I mean, I was born in the 70s, but I watched the original series with my mom as a kid, and I have very special memories of watching it. I lost my mom 2 years ago, and so getting to be in that gold uniform, I was like, oh my God, Mama, you're not gonna believe what I'm wearing right now. Like, it was crazy. It was really special.
That's pretty incredible. And that
really
character, too, it kind of falls right in the sweet spot where you don't have to do mountains and mountains of research on backstory and twists and turns. There's enough room there. There's wiggle room for you to kind of make it your own.
There's some wiggle room. I did look up whatever I could find of Majel Barrett's performance, and I have to honor that. And then at the same time, we've actually expanded her character at this point. So there's a certain amount of artistic liberty that I get to take on myself. And she's got such a vast skill set. We don't even know yet how vast her skill set is. In Discovery, which is actually the ship before Enterprise, it takes place 10 years before the original series. In this season, Enterprise is being fixed. It's got some technical issues, and so Captain Pike, who's from the Enterprise before Captain Kirk, has shown up on Discovery, and I have been showing up to give him updates on what's happening with the Enterprise. So he's comfortable leaving her in charge of the Enterprise while he's gone. And I feel like she's sharp. I kind of want her, because the character was originated in the 60s, we kind of stuck with a slightly dated, like a period look for her.
Right.
And I kind of want her to be a fast-talking dame, like a broad.
Nice.
And
Fast-talking dame.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah. It's fun to play anyway.
Whenever you get at this point in your life, whenever you get a character and like she's not blue, are you like, okay, good, I'm in?
Yes.
Like it's basically okay.
Because
Not 7 to 9 hours of makeup?
when they called me about this, they said, "Are you open to playing a very iconic character on Star Trek?"
It's a dangerous question.
How many prosthetics?
Exactly.
How many hours in prosthetics?
Yeah. It's like, why are they calling me for this specifically?
Yes.
First of all, yeah.
When you say iconic, how many prosthetics does that mean? Because Doug Jones plays Saru, who's the captain from Discovery, who goes through hours, and he's got prosthetics on all day long. And when I talk to him, he talks like this because he's all covered up. He has to drink all of his meals through a straw throughout the day. Oh, it's wild.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a genius actor. He was in Shape of Water. He was the fish man. So he's a prosthetics actor. It's what he does. He's used to that world. But it's hard when you're doing a series and you're in that for 15 hours a day, every single day. It's no joke.
Man, just the idea of meals through a straw
That's
is really
right.
upsetting to me.
Yep.
Well, it makes me appreciate the hard work that much more.
Yes, that's right.
Kate, do we have... Oh, no, I've chewed up too much time. Okay, that's my fault. Okay, we've got to wrap things up. I want to remind everybody that it's this weekend. It's the 17th and the 18th. It's a 2-night event. The second annual American Rescue Dog Show. Dog lovers or otherwise, if you're a person with eyes and a heart and soul.
If you have feelings,
yes.
It gives you all the feelings.
Yeah. Or if you don't and you want feelings.
You want feelings.
Watch this. This is perfect. 8/7 Central on the Hallmark Channel. I had so much fun with you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody make a ridiculous amount of noise for the great Rebecca Romijn. Right here.
Thank you.